enough to miss the words, just enough to fill the spaces that silence never heard. Your chair still points toward the window, like you only stepped away. And every ordinary object still remembers how you stayed. Coffee cool beside the counter, the clock moves slow and thin. Funny how an empty room still feels lived in. Tell me where the voices go after the songs all end. Tell me why old echoes still sound like friends. Radio on, leave it through the night. Maybe something in the static still gets it right. Radio on, don't turn it down. Some things stay alive just through the sound. I drove past the old corner, the sign had changed again, but I still knew the sidewalk like I knew us back then. Your old notes in the kitchen, your coat beside the door. Nothing has to stay forever, but some things stay a little more. Now the evenings feel quieter, but not as cold somehow. I stopped trying to explain it, I just let it happen now. Tell me if remembering gets easier with time. Tell me if old songs still cross your mind. Radio on, leave it through the night. Maybe all the things we lost still travel in the light. Radio on, soft and low again, like unfinished conversations finding their way in. No grand ending, no final scene, just another evening and what it disappear, they just go quiet. curtains still move at midnight, though the windows stay shut tight, like the house remembers weather from another kind of life. Your glasses on the bookshelf, half hidden in the shade, and every little thing you touched refuses not to stay. You said people leave in pieces, not all at once, not clean. And I never knew what that meant till now, and everything between. Tell me where the quiet goes after all the noise is through. Tell me if old conversations still sound like me and you. The curtain still moves, and I don't ask why. Some things keep breathing long after goodbye. The curtain still moves, slow against the lights, like the room remembers how to hold the night. I passed the old apartment, the one above the store. Different paint, different voices, but I knew the stairs before. The neighbor's dog got older, the mailbox changed its blue. Funny how the world replaces things, except the thought of you. I stopped collecting reasons, stopped making meaning fit. Now I let the evenings happen and sit inside of it. Tell me if the seasons still arrive too fast. Tell me if the future ever outruns the past. The curtain still moves, even when nobody stays, even when the daylight finds another way. The curtain still moves, and maybe that's enough to know what once was living never fully gives up. Maybe memory isn't calling back, maybe it just remains like warm air in the hallway, or soft marks left by rain. No return ticket, no final sound, just the evening stretching out and settling down. Oh, the curtain still moves, and tonight I let them sway, not waiting for your footsteps, just letting them stay. The curtain still moves as the lights grow dim, and somewhere in the ordinary I remember again. and leaves caught by the glass. The map still folded halfway, like we never thought we'd pass. You said there was a back road that cut behind the hills, a slower kind of leaving for people standing still. But we stayed with all the traffic, with the noise and yellow lines, thinking every green light meant we still had time. Tell me where the distance goes after the miles disappear. Tell me if another road would have kept you here. We never took the back road, we stayed where the headlights ran, thinking life was something that would wait for us again. We never took the back road, now I drive it in my mind. Past old fences, past old weather, past another time. The gas station closed in springtime, the diner changed its sign, and somebody painted over half the summer we left behind. Your jacket rides the passenger seat like it belongs somewhere, and I still turn the radio down like you're sitting there. Funny how the small routines outlive bigger plans, like opening a second coffee for absent hands. Tell me if the roads get quieter, tell me if the sky the clouds moved on. The street lights made the pavement look like another town. Your jacket still hangs crooked by the chair against the wall. And every little evening now feels quieter than all. You said don't hold the moment too tightly in your hands, but nobody ever tells you how letting go lands. Tell me where the water goes after it leaves the ground. Tell me why old memories still come back around. After the rain, everything looks changed. Same old house, same old frame. After the rain, nothing feels the same, but some things stay without a name. The grocery down the corner painted over all the signs, but I still know the doorway like I still know your lines. Your old notes in the kitchen, your old songs in the car. Funny how the smallest things travel this far. I stopped waiting for the answer, stop trying to be sure. Some nights aren't meant for fixing, only meant to endure. Tell me if remembering gets softer as it fades. Tell me if old summers still arrive the same. After the rain, the air turns clear and slow, and all the things we carry stop to let us go. After the rain, I finally understand. Not everything unfinished needs another chance. No less conversation, no final goodbye, just a change in season and another sky. After the rain, the windows shine again, and somewhere in the ordinary I remember when. After the rain, the evening settles low, and I stop asking where you went and let the silence flow. clouds moved on. The streetlights made the pavement look like another town. Your jacket still hangs crooked by the chair against the wall, and every little evening now feels quieter than all. You said, don't hold the moment too tightly in your hands, but nobody ever tells you how letting go lands. Tell me where the water goes after it leaves the ground. Tell me why old memories still come back around. After the rain, everything looks changed. Same old house, same old frame. After the rain, nothing feels the same, but some things stay without a name. The rain stayed on the windows long after the clouds moved on. The streetlights made the pavement look like another town. Your jacket still hangs crooked by the chair against the wall, and every little evening now feels quieter than all. You said don't hold the moment too tightly in your hands. Still creaks at midnight like it knows the way you walked. The paint is peeling slower now, but the silence still talks. There's a cup turned upside down by the rail where you would stand, and every summer evening still reaches for your hand. You said don't make the old days bigger than they used to be, but memory has a habit of changing what it sees. Tell me where the laughter goes after the room grows still. Tell me if old houses ever forget at will. The porch stayed warm long after you moved on, long after the late night radio stopped playing our songs. The porch stayed warm like the night refused to close, and every little thing you left still somehow knows. Your old neighborhood, the trees had grown too tall, the windows looked unfamiliar, but I remember them all. Your bicycle wasn't there anymore, the mailbox wore new paint. Funny how a place survives and still becomes something strange. I thought time would settle things like snow across the yard. Turns out it just softens edges and leaves the hardest parts. Tell me if the mornings feel lighter where you are. Tell me if remembering after goodbye. Maybe every place we love keeps a little sound, not enough to call us back, just enough to stay around. No big ending, no final scene, just an old house breathing slow, and what the years could mean. Tonight I let it be, not waiting for the past to return, just letting memory breathe. The porch stayed warm as the evening settled low, and somewhere in the quiet I finally let you go. You still wait by the doorway, like you know something I don't. Morning comes across the floorboards, but the feeling never goes. The kettle sings in the kitchen, then settles into steam, and every ordinary moment feels louder than it seems. You said people leave in pieces, slow enough not to see. Now every room keeps asking, what happened to we? Tell me where the evening goes after the daylight fades. Tell me why old memories still stay the same. Come home, even if it's late, shape you made. Come home, you don't have to stay. Some doors stay open anyway. Past the fence we painted blue, everything looks smaller, everything except you. Your old records still collect dust, your old jacket still hangs low. Funny how abandoned places always seem to know. I stopped waiting for an answer, stopped listening for the phone. Some nights aren't about returning, just not being alone. Tell me if the weather feels different where you are. something I don't. Morning comes across the floorboards, but the feeling never goes. The kettle sings in the kitchen, then settles into steam, and every ordinary moment feels louder than it seems. You said people leave in pieces, slow enough not to see. Now every room keeps asking, what happened to we? Tell me where the evening goes after the daylight fades. Tell me why old memories still stay the same. Come home, even if it's late, even if it's only for the shape you made. Come home, you don't have to stay. Some doors stay open anyway. I drove the road behind the station, like I know something I don't. Morning comes across the floorboards, but the feeling never goes. The kettle sings in the kitchen, then settles into steam, and every ordinary moment feels louder than it seems. You said people leave in pieces, slow enough not to see. Now every room keeps asking, what happened to we? Tell me where the evening goes after the daylight fades. Tell me why the hallway caught the sunset and held it for a while. Dust turning in the amber, like it still remembered smiles. Your cup stayed by the window, your shoes stayed by the door. Funny how an empty room can still feel full of more. Outside the cars kept moving, inside the clock slowed down, and every ordinary silence spread across the town. Tell me where the daylight goes after it leaves the walls. Tell me why old memories still answer when I call. When the evening comes, everything turns gold. Old words get softer, old stories get told. When the evening comes, I'll let the quiet stay. Not everything we lose needs taken away. I drove by the old station, the benches look the same, different faces waiting there, but I still knew your name. There's a notebook in the drawer with half-finished little plans. Funny how unfinished things outlive careful hands. I stopped looking for a reason, stop measuring the years. Now I just sit with the windows open and let them disappear. Tell me if the weather feels warmer where you are. Tell me if old roads still confession, no final page, just another quiet season, turning another age. Footsteps in the sound. The dishes dry, the window cracked an inch, like the house still needed air to remember where we'd been. The hallway caught the evening and stretched it down the wall. Funny how a quiet room can still hold it all. Your sweater on the doorway, your handwriting in a book, and all the little places still carry your look. Tell me where the moments go after they slip away. Tell me why old memories still ask me to stay. Before the lights go out, stay here for a while. The old apartment, the paint had changed again. Different curtains in the windows, but the feeling stayed the same. Your old records in a cardboard box, your old jacket by the stairs. Funny how forgotten things still act like you're there. I stopped waiting for an answer, counting every year. Now I leave the evening open and let it settle here. Tell me if remembering gets easier with time. Tell me if old roads still cross your mind. Before the light again and again. No last conversation, no dramatic goodbye, just another ordinary evening under an ordinary sky. Let the evening go. You left your book wide open, face down beside the bed, like the story wasn't over, just resting for a bit instead. The candle warmed the kitchen, morning stayed outside, and every quiet little object still leaned to your side. The clock kept moving forward, but the room stayed where it was. Funny how some endings never really announce themselves. Tell me where old evenings go after they lose their light. Tell me why old promises still visit late at night. Until the morning, leave the window cracked, leave the radio talking, leave nothing packed. Until the morning, stay a little slow. Some things don't need answers, some things just need time to go. I drove by the old neighborhood. The trees had grown too wide. The store changed all its colors, but memory never tried. Your old notes in the drawer, your jacket by the chair. Funny how an empty place can still feel unaware. I stopped looking for meaning, stopped measuring the years. Now I let the quiet settle and disappear. Tell me if remembering feels softer where you are. Tell me if old summers still arrive this in. No final postcard, no grand goodbye, just another lamp left glowing under another sky. And let the rest go. Before the morning, without waking up the room, coffee cooling by the counter, sunlight finding empty shoes. Your coat still hangs uneven, your keys stay in the bowl. Funny how the smallest things keep acting like your home. Outside the buses move along, inside the clock stays slow, and every quiet little hour still seems to know. Tell me where old feelings go after the words run out. Tell me why empty houses still speak out loud. Leave the window open, let the evening roll inside. Maybe not for coming back, just somewhere for the light. Leave the window open, even if the weather changes slow. Some things don't return to us, but they still glow. The alley with blue paint, different voices in the distance, but the feeling never changed. Your old handwriting in a notebook, your record by the wall. Funny how forgotten objects remember it all. I stopped asking for directions, stop searching for a sign. Now I let the evenings happen, one ordinary night at a time. Tell me if remembering let you go. The kitchen light stayed on all night, casting gold across the floor, like somebody meant to come back and forgot what leaving's for. Your mug still sits beside the sink, with a little crack near the rim, and every small unfinished thing feels strangely full of him. You used to stand there humming, with your back against the wall. Now the room keeps doing both parts, and somehow does them all. Tell me where the evenings go after they lose their glow. Tell me why old houses always seem to know. The kitchen light stayed on long after midnight passed, long after all the reasons stopped trying to last. The kitchen light stayed on, soft against the dark, and every ordinary memory left its mark. Morning, folded in a cookbook page, milk and bread and lemons, and something that just said stay. The clock still runs too quickly, the windows catch the rain. Funny how familiar places learn to speak your name. I stop fixing little things, chairs around. Some silences feel kinder when they're left the way they sound. Tell me if the mornings open softer where you are. Tell me if remembering still reaches this far. The kitchen light stayed on, and I finally understood. Some things don't stay because they're broken, some stay because they're good. The kitchen light stayed on till the shadows turned thin, and I let the quiet settle instead of letting it win. Maybe nothing has to last forever, maybe nothing really should. Maybe love is just a small light trying to do some good. No final letter, no grand goodbye, just warm yellow in the doorway, and another passing night. keeping the room fair. The kitchen lights stayed on as the evening settled slow. And somewhere in that quiet, I finally let it glow. Still waits beside the window, morning falling through the glass. Dust hangs slow in the quiet, like it doesn't wanna pass. You said nothing lasts forever, like it didn't hurt to know. But some words stay in the hallway long after people go. The kitchen clock keeps moving, the floor still knows your feet, and every ordinary evening still brings you back to me. Tell me where the feeling goes after all the noise fades out. Tell me why old houses remember without a sound. Stay just a little while, till the shadows soften, till the room goes quiet. Stay, you don't have to speak. Some things don't need fixing, some things just need peace. Changed its face, but somehow all the small things still held your place. Your old notes in the drawer, your coat beside the chair. Funny how an empty room can still feel like you're there. I stopped asking for reasons, stopped trying to understand. Some memories don't disappear, they just change hands. Tell me if remembering gets lighter over years. Tell me if the missing ever disappears. Stay till the evening goes, till the city quiets, till nobody knows. Stay, even if only here, inside the way the silence still keeps you near. No dramatic ending, no last goodbye, just another slow night